is up, everyone, and welcome back to the Bunsa's Bucket List podcast, the show that brings you everything basketball. As always, I'm your host, Shea Riley, and I am joined today by my co-host and big brother, Callaghan. We are so excited to be back and bringing you another episode. Cal, what's up? How you doing?
What's up, Shay? Appreciate you asking. I'm doing well. I know you've been eager to get back out here and get back into the podcasting world, so I'm happy to be out here with you and bring in the fans another episode. Shay, why don't you let everyone know what we have in books for us for today?
Yeah, we have a fun episode planned for today. First, I want to talk about some of the headlines from the NBA offseason and our key trades. Then I figured we could talk about the new end-season tournament and what that will look like. Cal, how about you give us a quick recap of the big trades that went on this summer?
Yeah, of course, Shay. Bear with me. I'm going to go through a quick list. Boston lands Kristaps Porzingis in a three-way trade that sent Marcus Smart to Memphis. CP3 is moving to the Bay as Jordan Poole catches the boot and heads to Washington. Shay, I know that one's right up your alley. How do you feel about that? Your boy CP3 in Golden State, and then your guy Jordan Poole is gone. How do you feel about that?
I'm, as always, as a boyfriend, I'm overly excited to have CP3 with us, a part of this Warriors organization. It is a bummer that Poole left, but I think that's a great fit for Jordan Poole because he's still a young rookie. He's figuring some stuff out, and to play with guys like Kyle Kuzma, for instance. But it's a win-win for both teams. I'm mostly excited about the CP3 trade to the Warriors because it is my favorite team.
Yep, that's an exciting one. All right, moving on, we got Cavaliers landing Max Strus in a sign-and trade, sending Cedi Osman to the Spurs. Houston Rockets acquired Dylan Brooks in a huge 5-team deal. We got Celtics Grant Williams over to Dallas. Dame Dollar goes to Milwaukee in a deal that lands DeAndre Ayton in Portland. And finally, we have Celtics adding Drew Holiday with the Trailblazers picking up Robert Williams III and Malcolm Brogdon. So lots of action this summer. Couple different trades I want to recap on. Shea, Boston, big differences to their roster this summer. Some of the additions that they had were Kristaps Porzingis, as I said, and Drew Holiday, and they lose Grant Williams, Marcus Smart, Robert Williams III, and Malcolm Brogdon. Shea, how do you think Boston comes out after all of those trades? Do you think they're ahead of where they were last year? You think they're behind? What do you think?
I think they'll be ahead this year. You have a stretch big that can shoot behind the arc, but also can attack downhill in late moments. And at the size he is, he's just gonna protect that rim and keep that grip that he has. Is gonna go well.
Yeah,
with
I agree with what you're saying. I think Boston did come out better on this end. Picking up Kristaps Porzingis, like you said, just needs to be able to stretch the floor a little bit more, add some scoring from that 5 position, and then picking up Drew Holiday. I think, quite frankly, Marcus Smart, Malcolm Brogdon, and Grant Williams, if Drew Holiday's healthy, they all kind of combine to be that one position that Drew Holiday could fill. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out, and then it'll be interesting to see those other guys and how they affect the teams that they moved on to. Another team we want to recap is the big trade of the summer. Everyone was talking about it. Dame Lillard finally leaves Portland after, I think, 11 years, if I'm not mistaken. Head into the Milwaukee. Him and Giannis are going to team up. That's going to be a crazy duo to watch. Definitely going to be some fun basketball. I think they lost Grayson Allen and maybe a couple of future picks. So overall, they're looking really good from this offseason moves. Shay, what do you think the Bucks are going to look like? How is that dynamic duo going to pan out?
They're going to be by far the best duo in Bucks history, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Adding a guy like Dame Lillard as his just we all know what he does, and we all know what Giannis does. You pair that up, it's gonna be a long season, fellas.
I couldn't agree more. It should be fun to watch. Bucks are must-watch basketball. They got a healthy Middleton coming back, so they're them and I think Boston and Bucks are both favorites to win this year. So it'll be a fun one to watch.
All right, well, that is enough about the trades. Let's talk about this new in-season tournament that the NBA will be having this year. Cal, why don't you give us a summary of what's in store for us?
Yeah, of course. So, in-season tournament will consist of 2 stages. First one's going to be group play. Second one will be knockout rounds. So, group play, all 30 teams have been randomly drawn into groups of 5 within their conference based on win-loss records from last season. Beginning November 3rd and continuing through Tuesday, November 28th, so pretty much the whole month of November, each team will play 4 designated group play games on what they're calling tournament nights. 1 game each opponent in its group, with 2 games at home and 2 on the road. And then we have the knockout rounds. So 8 teams will advance to the knockout rounds. The teams with the best standing after group play is finished in each of the 6 groups, and 2 wild card teams will make it to the knockout rounds. There'll be single elimination games in the quarterfinals, semifinals, and championship. And the qualifying teams will compete for a prize pool and new in-season tournament trophy, the NBA Cup. So all 67 games across both stages of the in-season tournament will count towards regular season standings, except for the championship. That one will be, I guess, it won't count towards regular season standings. Each team will continue to play 82 regular season games in the 2024 season, including those games that are part of group play and knockout rounds. So still 82 game season. Haven't added any games in or taken any out. But it's a kind of a cool way, I think, to get some exciting basketball during what's normally a slow time for basketball watchers and sports fans. Shea, tell me what your thoughts are on the in-season tournament and give me your prediction for who you got winning it.
Well, obviously, as my prediction, I am going to go for my Warriors. There is a lot of hungry teams, but I am going to go for my Warriors. But I think this new end-season tournament is going to help everyone out. Not only they're going to help their seeding, they're going to help with that team's going to come up with the best record, or that team's going to come up with the best record. So really, I think this is going to be a great tournament to watch, like every night, basically. Mm-hmm. I think it's awesome that the NBA is doing this, because NBA has never done this before.
You're right. This is something new. I think it's going to be interesting. I think my initial reaction was similar to what my reaction was when they said they were going to start having play-in games for the end-of-season playoffs and stuff like that. At first, I was kind of standoffish about it. I didn't think that it was going to be something I liked. But after last year and a year, I think in-season game or the play-in games have been going really well. I think they've got good feedback from the teams that have been in it. So I think it's kind of a similar reaction here. At first, I was like, what the heck? But then after reading into the fact that they're not adding on extra games and these games are still counting towards the regular season, it makes a lot more sense incentive-wise for NBA players versus just throwing in a bunch of extra games in the middle of their season. Most guys aren't going to want to play for that if it's not, something that is worth their time. So the fact that it's going to count towards their games in the regular season, I think that's a good move by the NBA. I like the timing of it. Like I said, it's in November when there's not much going on sports-wise. So it'll be good for NBA fans to have something to look forward to then. It'll be interesting to see who wins. I think it'll be a team who finds that rhythm early. I don't know that it's going to necessarily be a team who's going to be a championship team maybe, because I think they may catch stride a little bit too early. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Prediction-wise, I got to go with the team. I mean, I'd love to see my Bulls win it. I'll go with the Bulls. I think we're taking steps in the right direction. I keep wanting us to be a championship team. I don't think we're there yet. But I'd love for us to have a good team and be able to make a deep playoff run, and hopefully that can be the start of it. We'll see.
Well, that is all we have for today's episode of the Bunsa and Booklist podcast. thank you for joining us and showing your support. We hope you enjoyed episode 6. We have more exciting guests lined up in the near future, so stay tuned for more episodes.
If you haven't already, go ahead and make sure you subscribe to the podcast on Spotify and YouTube at Bunsa's Bucket List, and check out our new Instagram page at Bunsa's Bucket List. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.